All right, here we go. So to begin, we're going to learn how to use the table walk, which is basically an instrument, um, and just go from place to place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we go down the step like a slinky. 11, 12, and then we come back in here. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the tempo of that. Is the 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the tempo right there of the whole song, because you have to have a conversation with yourself, at the end. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4. That's apparent, right? So then we go, now we remember this. This is a higher elevation here, because we're using less emphasis on our feet until we get to the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Splat, splat. It's like one of those, like when you get like a dime and, or a penny, and you roll it, and then it comes down, and then it goes like that, and then it's, it's like 1, 2, and then that's the number, 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And how we did it, you might want to look back at the recording and see how the steps were in this one, so you can do this to yourself too, with yourself. And then, so we're at 8, and then this is a higher elevation because, that dime like kind of stopped there, so we know where it's at. But now we can roll further, we can kind of spin our way, to the, the 9 and 10 part over there. And then the 10, 9, 10. And it has to be a little bit apparent that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, at least has the right type of balance, That's why we want to walk this way, so we have the complete measurements, in it. Like we're using like a A, or like some kind of flat pole, that could just go from one side to the next. Like if our legs were just like that, and didn't have a way, to swivel any other way. Some people walk that way, and that's why, and they try to get it measured out, and it's very useful, and it's compact and lightweight. And when you come back over here, and you look at it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the 9, 10. And then, even though, we could technically just come in this room and then just walk around and see what's in here and see what's going on. And then, we could just come back, this is just one apparent memory. It's like I'm thinking, and, this is a helpful bridge, So I'm like, well, all right. So, I make my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then, come over here and 9, 10, and then, the 11 and 12 isn't really apparent, so, that is just the instrument part, and the singing part, and the lyric part is just where these footsteps went, so it's like, yeah, this is what I meant, and this is where it stops at, and you can plan where places go that way, how you want a dilemma to be solved, is how that works. And, just, learn, and you have to learn that there is a difference between, the floppy physics of rubber going somewhere and, there has to be that, surface like this, like a table just walked. You could say this table or this chair can, clock its way in, all the way to over here, but someone that doesn't use the weight of it, it should have music that you know, kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you know. I mean, that wouldn't make it in, you know. But, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, that one didn't really make it in. It's got to be able to kind of quarter its way. But you have to kind of do a test and kind of see, you know, how the sounds of them work. And you have to get certain people to be able to walk these. And, you know, you were the one that's supposed to be able to get it, though, you know. And that will basically teach you how to use, you know, what you can call the A instrument. You could also call it the check instrument. It's just this part, you know, of your hand going like this, you know, and, you know, then you can find notes for it as well, you know, but, you know, it's kind of monotone if you're walking like this. I didn't invent walking like this, you know, but someone did that kind of taught me how to make good music, you know, and it's just somebody I knew in high school kind of walked like this, you know, and I wondered why, you know, but I think it's just because there was measurements already there. You just kind of followed them where they were going, you know, so I think that's pretty cool, and it does help you backtrack. And, you know, when you make music and, you know, you want to see where you went and where you'll go next time, you know, this will kind of build that, you know, kind of like a, I guess you could say a rail, or build a path for you, you know, that you can kind of find and others like you could find. But, I mean, you could actually find it again, you know, somewhere pop up, you know, and people listen to your stuff and it influences. You can always refer to that check as, you know, a really delicate instrument that anyone can use, and they can always influence it. And, you know, no matter who steps on these, I mean, there's no way that if you provenly, you know, make it sound right and you know it sounds like your voice, you can make your voice only make it sound like you. And then when you walk in here, you know, however you walk, you know, you can have it to where, you know, there's a lock on it, you know, because it has to have that one perfect, you know, little dime going, and just kind of swivels right there, you know, and then it can land here, and then it has to go to here, you know, and if there was 9, you know, and you're walking, and you're like, you know, you said it was 8, and that distance too, you know, because of the tempo we used. You're saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you know, and this foot kind of decides to go over there. That's 7 steps, and it won't be able to decide to go any further by listening to what that is, you know, if it's on that test mode, you know. And then it would step over here, and, you know, it'd walk differently in the posture, you know, and so only certain momentums are good with certain postures. But learning all of that, you know, you will be loaded and loaded and loaded with the tools you need to really create something that has good step, and you know, kind of realize the whole importance of the singing part of that, because you have to identify yourself walking through there, you know, so you can actually, you know, when it's heard, you know, you can kind of navigate through it and see, you know, and yeah, and with the notes is the same thing, you know, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know, I mean, there's just, you know, you can tell. I mean, if you keep doing that over and over and over, you'll get accustomed to, you know, how the notes go, you know, and you can understand how, you know, how the conversations work like that. So, hope you enjoy that. Really out of time. Thank you so much.